turn on one of those COX diesel engines and then get this thing on a plane.
Yeah, it's confused. Stay here. Hold on.
What's up, yacht fam? Welcome back to another video. Today is day 2 of the SoFlo boat show. Behind me here I have the Hammercat 35 with twin 350 V8 COX diesels. Now let's go ahead and jump on board and let's go do a sea trial.
Partnership agreement with Pier 66 in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to be running some fishing operations out of there, and through that we got introduced to COX and so on, and they kindly asked us to test the first pair of COX 350 V8s, and they have been running wonderfully well for 97 hours, and in a few minutes from now we'll see how phenomenally fuel efficient they are. 1.6 miles to the gallon at 35. I mean, you can't beat that. So we're doing well with them. 300s, 350s, 400s. We've done it all.
What was the efficiency on those?
1.2, 1.25, depending on the speed, depending on the conditions, depending how many big fishing guys you have on the boat and how much fish you catch.
So you've noticed consistently though with these COX diesels that they've been giving you better fuel efficiency than everyone else?
The COX diesels are absolutely giving me better fuel efficiency than other engines, than regular gas engines. Yes. Gotta do something else. So the whole principle was all the other builders, they are adding more stuff to the boat, which means that you need more horsepower to get at the same speed, which means you need more fuel to have the same range, and it's a vicious circle that goes up and up and up. More fuel, more engines, more fuel, and so on. So we approached it the other way. We said we're going to build a lighter boat with different materials, carbon fiber, epoxy composites. So if we have a lighter boat and we keep the same horsepower to weight ratio, we can get away with less horsepower. So instead of having 4 engines on the back, the Hammercat only has 2 engines, and that's sufficient because we are like, half the weight of a comparable Freeman or Invincible. So 2 engines, which is much better for your fuel efficiency, which is much better for your range, which is much better for your insurance bill. Insurance companies, they don't like to see 4 engines on a boat because you get in the race class category, and less maintenance. So it works for everybody and for us. That's the essence of the Hammercats.
I like it.
We only build engines, twin engine boat. We will never build a Hammercat with 4 engines.
So this will be the biggest one?
No, we have 45. That is the hull is done, bulkheads are done, deck is going on, and we'll be in Florida, hopefully before the end of the year, and otherwise by the end of the year.
And what are you going to outfit on that 45, engine-wise?
Engine-wise, either inboard diesels, Yanmar 470 or 370s, or outboard the V12 Mercuries, either 500 or the 600s. It's the same engine, just detuned or tuned up. So I don't know yet. It's a light epoxy carbon boat, so it doesn't need all, it doesn't need 4, I don't know if it's going to need 1200 horsepower, if 1000 horsepower is enough. So we do either 500 or 600 works.
Awesome.
This boat can handle way more than us. I mean, we've had this boat in really sloppy conditions, both in Cape Town as well as here in South Florida. I mean, it can handle it. I mean, there's some videos out there of this boat in the whole over inlet, and it just chops it up. We've got a wave-piercing bow. There's no weight up front in the boat, so it just cuts through it much easier than a heavier boat. It just goes up and down and up and down. And when you're boating, the whole power boating, you try to keep the boat as flat as possible, because the moment that you get the bow up, you're just pushing more water and more waves. So if we keep the bow flat, then we have more fuel efficiency as opposed to the energy going up and going down and going up and down. We just keep on going forward. That's what the boat does really well.
And that's what plays into that the fuel efficiency when you're at cruising speed?
Efficiency, correct. And so this boat has the double-stepped hull, as you can see on the side. So you'll feel, once we get going a little bit, you just feel all of a sudden the air being pulled in under the boat, and then like it pops up and we're riding on a cushion of air and water. We call aerated water, and it's being kept under the boat, and that is anytime you're on a plane, it just brings the boat up.
So now that you just saw the whole shot there, and then you could see at 31 miles an hour, we were getting about 1.6 miles per gallon, which is just what Captain said. I'm gonna sit up here in the front this time, and we're just gonna show you how easily this boat cuts through all the chop, and how even sitting in the front, it's gonna be the most comfortable ride possible. Now that we're at cruising speed, anytime you see the boat or the camera going up and down, it's not any sort of stacking at all. It's super comfortable, and you can really feel that pocket of air he was talking about. It's giving you a nice cushiony landing, and overall it's really just cutting through really nicely. It's smooth. Up here I'm not even holding on, and it feels totally comfortable. So now, just to show absolutely how amazing this Hammercat is, we're just gonna go ahead and turn on one of those COX diesel engines and then get this thing on a plane, which is just gonna go prove the point even more of how light but powerful and strongly built this boat is. This is 35 feet of boat that already only needs 2 engines instead of 4, and to prove a bigger point, it's currently planed out on only one of those 2 engines. So 350 horsepower of these COX diesels, and this boat's cruising at 21 miles an hour and is fully planed out.